So starting the first brew, filled it to 12 liters. Gonna add the brewing salts and then get started. All right, so we're all fired up. Going to recipe, and we're gonna mash in. I think it's edit 1, so we'll do recipe 1. Mash in is gonna be at 48. And we're gonna, the protein rest, we'll do 50 for 30 minutes. So far this is pretty easy. Then step 2 is gonna be 69 at 30 minutes. And we're going to mash out at 75 for 10 minutes. So this is obviously doing a lot more steps. And that's, set that down to 70. I heard how you clear it is you do like no minutes. Yep, no minutes. And then we'll boil for 101 for 90 minutes. 90 minutes. And our hop additions, we're going to do one at 60, one at 30, and then so that looks good. So select. Yep. Cool. Now we do abort. And I believe if we go brew start, recipe 1, select. Water filled in. Ooh, the water is filled in. Select. So now it ventilates the pump. Nice. So it does this a couple times, and then it's going to heat up the water to the mash in temperature. Cool, so we'll come back when we do the mash in. 1/2 degree. I think it should go ding.
Cue the Baywatch theme song.
Yeah, that actually would be really cool to hack it and have it play a little tune. Come on. Yeah, so it's taking about, what, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 minutes to heat up from 15. Ha-ha! Ha-ha! Okay, so if we do fill in malt pipe. Alright. So pop that guy off. And then I already have the screen down there. So goes in there. And then one of the fine mesh screens, just one of them, goes on top. It kind of slides all the way down.
Then malts.
Yeah, then malts. Shoots all the way down. Alright, now, if I had the funnel, it'd be easier, but you stir it in, or? Yeah. Okay. We got a little leak on the back of the guy here.
On the bag?
Yeah, the bag. Is that it?
Nope.
Okay. I was kind of pushing the limit. Alright. That's good.
So there's still a lot more in here.
Really?
Yeah. Can you get it down any further?
I'll let it absorb a little bit.
What's the max weight of or what's the max volume it'll take?
6.25 kilos, I think.
We're not even close to that.
Maybe the crush was a little bit more. Oh, that's good. It's how much more you got in there? Okay, that's good. All right, cool. We didn't get any on the sides. Got some on the floor though.
Oh. Let me sweep it up.
All right. Yeah, so we're getting this.
How is that gonna work?
It's gonna work. Well, we're definitely gonna try this one to the max. Well, definitely a learning experience if this is the max, so.
There's no way that it can take 12 kilos.
Nah, 12 kilos, I said 6.
That's 12 pounds, roughly.
Yeah.
We only put like 7 pounds in.
Yeah, maybe the crush was just too fine for it, or too voluminous. Alright, so scrape that stuff off and then we'll put on a little screen. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it's not as thick as some of our old school ones. Just make sure you're not getting any grains on the side. This could be a good lesson in don't try and do a barrel-aged imperial stout on your first go around. Oh, see, it's compacting down quite a bit. Yeah, that'll be good. All right, you scrape the grains off the spoon. We'll put the thin guy on and then screw her down.
Okay, go for it.
All right, here's the thin. That one. See how like you're not really gonna drop the nut?
Oh yeah.
No, well that's why, Jack. Derp. The bar. You just want to make sure the malt pipe is down. So, yeah, that feels pretty tight.
Okay.
Cool. So, woo, malt pipe filled in. Yes, yeah, malt pipe is filled in. And here's where we see if we're level. It's gonna fall over on the right. We'll have to get a little something for the right there. Ooh, that look cool.
Yeah.
Now we'll have to level it out and then, yeah, we'll be back.
Yeah, this deactivation of the pump happens every now and then to loosen the malt. The old Braumeister used to say pump rest, or pump break, which really kind of messed up people. So there it goes again. This could be the end of the mash. Our efficiencies have been really low though. And the mashing. Remove malt pipe. Okay.
Let's get that guy up and set him behind the guy. And that's gonna be hot. Let's grab a glove.
Unscrew it.
Yeah, unscrew it. And then you can put in the spoon rest guy.
Try not to touch it too much.
All right. Not that bad?
It is hot, but
Pull that little guy off. Cool. Alright, now lift that guy out, and then I'll slide the Yep, you can set it down. And we just let her drain.
that's so weird.
Isn't that cool
I feel like
though?
it's just gonna fall over, but
No, that's good.
yeah.
Crank the fan up to get a little. Alright, we'll come back when it's all drained. Yeah, so we messed up a little bit. We put in 6.5 pounds of grain and wasn't able to really push through. So, it's boiling now though, and we're gonna get ready for the first hop edition. So it should ding at about 30 minutes or 60 minutes to go. Trying to boil off some of this. So decent boil with the collar, that's for sure. Dink, add hops. So hops. So I think we figured out our issues with the mash. One, the grain bill, I had too much grain in there. It's 6.3 pounds, 6.2 pounds is the max, and we just had too much grain, and you probably saw that while we were mashing in. It was just doughy, and the homebrew shop, the mill maybe cuts it a little tight, and so you just get a lot of mass. And then I think the oats probably kind of clogged it a little bit, so we didn't really get super great efficiency. It wasn't like I said before, but it was in the like 50%, not 80 or potentially 90. And I think what would have gotten us that little bit more would have just been having our brewing water pH be correct. I just didn't really look at that. I think the other lesson here is this machine's really kind of built for more lower gravity beers. They say, without adding any adjuncts and without sparging, you can get 1.065 original gravity. So, if you add a little bit of adjunct or you add a little bit of more time to the boil, you can get more gravity, but obviously less volume. So I think for us trying to do a huge imperial stout on it is maybe a very advanced technique that, first time out you're just not going to get down. So anyway, but still going to be a good beer, probably 7% and maybe 8% if we continue the boil here. So yeah, got my old wort chiller in. Gonna do a video on building the new one, but for now the old one just barely fits, so we'll chill it down and then dump it in a bucket and let it ferment. So that'll be it for the video. Thanks for watching.